Hello, everyone. Um, Unfortunately, the prayer meeting got canceled tonight due to Nathan having a little bit of a head cold. Now it's a chest cold. I've been communicating with him, and we're trying to set up me doing the live. Unfortunately, I tried, and I have to wait 24 hours to be cleared of my criminal record. But next time we'll be ready to go. So I thought I'd put a little video out letting you know, all you guys, I'm praying for all you, and whatever prayers you have, I'm going to pray over those that you have. The Lord knows your prayers before you even bring them to Him. But I wanted to just, kind of prepare what I had tonight was a little lesson that about taking your daily bread is studying the Word every day. I hope that you are all going to God's Word every day. I've been in Luke for the past 3 weeks, and I'm at the point where Jesus is in the tomb, and the disciples and Mary's have come to the tomb, and I went back through the Gospels, and I compared all accounts of, Luke's account, Mark's account, Matthew's account, and John's account, and I compared all those. And Matthew was a disciple, and John was a disciple of Jesus. The other two, Luke was a historian and a doctor, and Mark was a companion of Barnabas and Paul. So they were all had first-hand accounts between Matthew and John, and second-hand accounts between Mark and Luke. And there's evidence that Matthew even borrowed from Mark, from his account of interviewing people. But it's amazing to go back and see the different perspectives of what each individual wrote about the tomb. But what I found interesting was John, who was there and actually went into the tomb with Peter, of what his account was. Reading in John, he never calls himself John. He calls himself the disciple that Jesus loved, or the other disciple. And when Mary Magdalene and the other women came back and reported that the tomb was empty, Peter and John ran to the tomb, and John stated that he outran Peter and got to the tomb first. And he did not go in, he just kind of looked in. And he saw that the wrappings were just laid there where a body would be. But the burial cloth that covered Jesus' face was folded and separate. And why is that significant? And that's what I wanted to talk to you about, is when I'm reading in the Bible and I see these things that, you may read over and don't really pay attention to, I try to study each and every word of these things that maybe doesn't have any meaning to you, but they've got to have some kind of meaning. Why was that put in there? Why was John's account of the burial cloth being folded and set aside away from the wrappings? And it was like a sentence, and then they kind of went to something else. But why did John put that in there? And you go back to customs back when this took place, which we still do today. I do. But you had a master and a servant. The servants would come and, set before the supper before the master. The same thing as a waiter or waitress setting your food before you. And you have a napkin that you clean yourself with. Well, if I get up to go to the restroom during my meal, I'm going to set my napkin down away from my plate. Maybe I'm not really going to fold it because I'm not that neat. But the custom back then was for them to fold their napkin to let the servant know, I'm coming back for this. Don't disturb it. I will be back. And if I am finished and I'm not coming back, I'm going to wad my napkin. I throw it in my plate. That lets us, because when I'm done, I'm ready to go home. I'm ready to go smoke a pipe, that lets the waitress know or the waiter know that I'm finished with my plate. It's got a napkin just all wadded up in the plate. You can come get my plate. I'm ready for the check. Jesus folded his, saying, I'm coming back. I'm not done. I'm done. I'll be back. Do not disturb this. And that was the custom back then for a master and a servant. I'm not going to, I'm getting up. I'm coming back. Do not take my plate away from me. I'll be back. Or wad the thing up and say, hey, I'm done. I'm getting up from the table. You can take the plate and you can. But that was what Jesus did. And that's why John, being the meticulous as he was, these little hidden sentences in what he's written, there's meaning for everything. And I love going into the Word and seeing something. And I go through the Bible every year. I read 3 chapters a day. You can read the whole Bible by reading 3 chapters a day. It's tough in some of the Old Testament and even some of the New Testament. You get, I'm not gonna lie, but it's there for a reason. But when you get behind what the meaning of that was, it's like the scarlet thread that goes through the whole Bible. Everything points to Jesus. So I encourage you, everyone, to research everything that's in the Bible. That's anything that you don't understand. There will be an answer out there. I don't have all the answers. You can ask me. If I don't have the answer, I'm going to find it. I'm going to figure it out. I'm not just going to make it up for you. But the point of it is those little hidden gems that are there. And I find them all the time. I have read the Bible since 2013. I've spent every day. I've missed a couple days, but I read the Bible every day. And I find it, the point is not to toot my horn for reading the Bible every day, but it's to say that I find these hidden gems even to this day. Even though I've read the Bible so many times, I still find those hidden gems of that folded cloth. Why was that cloth folded? And why did John write it? That's why he wrote it. Jesus is coming back. He's going to be back. He came back. He showed himself to 500 people at the same time. Ascended into heaven in front of many witnesses who were still alive in the days of Paul, when Paul and Luke were interviewing witnesses. So dive into it. Don't just settle for what everybody tells you. Go and find those hidden gems. I hope to be with you again. And Nathan, I hope you get better. I've talked to you several times today. Glad it's moved from your head to your chest, and it sounds like it's going to get out of there. My wife has had it. My daughter has had it. My oldest daughter and I have not had it yet. But the good news is, if you have what they have, it's like a 2-day thing, and they're good. So praying for you, brother, and praying for all of you guys for next week, and whatever prayers requests you have, tell it to God. I will pray over it, and I will see you, and I love all you, and God bless everybody.